Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So, a new update has come out, the version 21.0, the Halloween update. And yeah, a lot of things have been added, changed, a lot of balance changes on the towers. I didn't really expect these many changes. But anyway, let's go through now the most important things about the patch notes. And yeah, so first of all, there is a new map, encrypted. New achievements, new items on the trophy store, and also some limited time items on the trophy store that are gonna be up only during the Halloween event. So first of all, the map, and it's an intermediate one. It's called Encrypted right here, and this reminds me of Crypt Keeper in BTD5. For those of you who know that map, it's a pretty tough map. Now here, I'm gonna just play here round 1 so you can see. The balloons are gonna come from the top side, and then the first balloon is gonna turn left, second balloon turn right, then third balloon left, right, so it's gonna be alternating just like this. Then the balloons down here are gonna turn inwards, and they're gonna just follow the path. All right, then they're gonna cross over each other, and then they're gonna just leak well, from the left and from the right. Now here, regarding obstacles, all these walls on this building are gonna be regarded as obstacles. So you can see that if you place towers outside, you can't attack inside, and if you place towers inside, you can't attack outside. Now the most nice thing about this map is how it works inside. So you can see that there is an X shape, and you can actually remove, for very little amount of cash, you can remove these rocks. And now when you do it, you open this one of these things. Now you can see this icon, it's blue and it has a dart. So on top of this creep, now you can place a primary tower. So that monkey, boomerang, attack shooter, like ass tower, any of the primary towers. If you try to place instead a military tower, you can't. See, you can't. Or you try to place, I don't know, a magic tower, you can't. Or you try to place a support tower and you can't. So these 4 things are gonna represent the 4 different types of towers. So primary, military, magic, and support. And therefore, on each one of the colors, you're gonna be able to place only the tower corresponding to that type. So on this purple crypt, you're gonna be able to place only magic towers. And then you have also the center, where you can place every tower type. So you can see that here you can place both wizard, dark monkey, sniper, so you can place any different tower. So these very interesting mechanics, in my opinion, very nice. And I don't know if something happens when you like unlock all 4 crypts, and you place like one type of tower each. Maybe you unlock something, the map changes, I don't really know. But I haven't really tested it out, but already the mechanics look very nice. So that's the new map. Then here the achievements, well actually you can read them just here. So 4 new achievements, and then here more trophy store items. So you can see these are the 5 new items, and instead these other items are the limited ones, as you can read from the big title. So they're gonna be up only for 18 days, and then they're gonna run out. So try to choose, if you have any favorite or any trophies, try to choose and to spend them for that reason. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the new things added in this last update. There are some key features here, buff icons. The most important things, I think, is the fact that now Insta Monkeys are going to be rewarded depending on which map you're playing on. So the harder the map, the higher the tar of the Insta or distance that you're going to get. So expert maps are going to reward you with tar 3 or tar 4, or like rounds past 200 also are going to reward you with tar 3 or tar 4. Then advanced maps only from 2 to 4, intermediates from 1 to 3, and then beginners from 0 to 2. So yeah, this is very nice to reward those of us who play on expert maps and complete expert maps. They're gonna get better tar instas, so that's nice. Now, some new additions, as it says here. Nothing really too important. I think like some minor things, but are not so important to the overall gameplay itself. So I'm gonna just go through this very quickly. On bug fixes and general changes, I think the most important thing that is it's a huge thing, is this one right here. The fact that now the blowback effect from the heli will no longer push balloons out of bounds. This is something huge because a lot of strategies with stalling, especially on the expert maps, require the heli to blow the balloons out of the map pretty much, and then being able to freeze those balloons and therefore to stall the round. But now the fact that you can no longer push balloons out of bounds, it's a huge thing. So now stalling is gonna be a lot harder to do, and also it doesn't only work for downdraft, but also for the Druid, for the blowback effect on the 3rd upgrade of the Druid. So yeah, this is something that they have made, probably trying to, make some challenges a little harder. Yeah, other things are just bugs or stuff that is not really that important, so I'm gonna go through it quickly. And finally, we're down to balance changes. As I said before, a ton of different balance changes. I didn't really expect them to still change the game this much after 2 years that he has came out. But yeah, they still are doing it, so we need to keep adapting. We need to keep like changing our approach to the game because towers change constantly. So that's pretty sad as well, but whatever. So boomerang, crosspath now in the bottom path. So a 502 boomerang now is going to increase the damage of the glaives by 1. Nerf to the mob press, now less pierce. And now the crosspath on the top path on mob press is gonna, especially the 204 mob press, is gonna now increase the pierce to 420. I still think that despite these nerfs and buffs, still 024 mob press is just better because you proc the effect more often, so I think it's still better. Tag shooter, still some buffs to the crosspath on the bottom path, so 401, 402, 501, 502, more damage as you can see here, so just that. Ice tower, some buffs to the 3rd upgrade in the bottom path, so now more blast radius, more damage, and with the 4th upgrade also more shard damage. Glue gunner, liquefier price has been reduced by 1000 in normal. Sniper, this is something pretty nice. Now when you have full metal jacket, so 120 sniper, now shrapnel is gonna gain normal type damage. So now it's gonna be able to pop lab balloons, it's gonna be able to pop frozen balloons. Like you don't need any more to have like an MIB or to have something else to make the shrapnel able to pop lab balloons and frozen balloons, so that's nice. And now some buffs to the Buccaneer as well. Now the 4th upgrade in the top path is going to increase the projectile radius by 2. And then the carrier flagship, so the 5th upgrade, also the missiles damage type has been changed from explosive to normal. So now you're not gonna, because like this type of damage cannot pop black balloons and zebras because it's explosive. And now that it's normal means that you can pop all balloon types. So you can pop black balloons, you can pop black balloons, zebras. So yeah, it's very pretty nice. And also now with the 1st upgrade in the bottom path, now it's going to increase the projectile speed of all attacks by 25%. So normally like when you get a carrier flagship, it's better to get it 520 unless you can't place villages, so you need camera detection, so you get it 502. Normally 520 is better, so they've tried to add some extra buffs on the bottom path, so now it's maybe better to choose to go with the cross path in the bottom. Some buffs as well to the tarbomba. Also the bombs are gonna, damage time has been changed from explosive to normal and the cooldown has been reduced by 5 seconds. Heli pilot, other than the changes I said before, so the fact that now downdraft cannot push the balloons anymore out of screen, the base speed has been reduced, but when you get the first upgrade in the middle path, this speed has been actually increased. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the fourth upgrade in the bottom path is going to be less expensive. Mortar as well, a lot of changes. Now the random spread area has been increased by a lot, and therefore it's more likely that the mortar is going to shoot in a position where either you don't want or you're not going to be able to pop any balloons. So that's the thing. And when you get increased accuracy, the spread area is going to stay as it is right now. So it's going to be only 8. So you can see here 30 compared to 8. The base rate has been increased, so the mortar has more attack speed now, so that's nice. But they have nerfed the bonus attack speed on the first upgrades in the middle path. So now it's 5% less on the first one and 2% less on the second one. And another thing is that they have add this very weird cross path between the top path and the bottom. And now you can see that Briar Staff is going to do more damage depending on the cross path that you have in the top path. So with the third upgrade, you're going to get double damage. With the fourth upgrade, you're going to get 3 times more damage with Briar Staff, alright? So the damage over time. And instead, with the fifth upgrade, you're going to get 25 times more damage. So this is very weird because normally, like when you get the biggest one, you get more attack speed because you wanna like damage more the balloons directly with the explosion, and also you want to stun ceramics, right? That's the most important thing about the mortar. So I don't really know why they're adding this very weird cross path with Briar Staff. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ever use it. Wizard also some changes. So now the base cost has been reduced. The pierce has been increased. And some buffs to Dragon's Breath. Now it's gonna do bonus damage to ceramics. With the first upgrade in the top path, now it's gonna increase the lifespan. So yeah, this is nice because it was very short. So like very distant balloons weren't able to be damaged by the Dragon's Breath. Now I think with this one you're gonna be able to hit them. So that's nice. And here a lot of buffs to the Phoenix. So now the projectile radius has been increased, the damage has been increased, pierce, and also projectile speed. So a lot of buffs to the Phoenix. And finally, we are to the rework on the bottom path, especially 4th and 5th upgrade in the bottom path. Now you gain a bonus to the graveyard after round 81 because you have like less balloons. So now after round 81, zombie balloons are not gonna be garbage anymore, so that's nice. Another very nice thing is the fact that now zombie balloons are gonna be summoned further back to avoid spawning behind balloons, so that's finally something they have fixed. And on multi-lane tracks, the zombie balloons are gonna be spawning or lanes that are likely to leak sooner. So yeah, finally now it's gonna be a little smarter how these zombie balloons work. And then finally, I think this is the most important thing, that the power of all of its attacks, so basic attacks plus zombie balloons damage, is going to be increased by 1 for every 200 souls in its graveyard. So I think a normal unpopped army can have up to 500 in the graveyard, so you can increase like 2 times the damage. Instead, Prince of Darkness, you can stack it up until 10 times. So yes, 10 times more damage that's gonna do. So yes, very nice. And then finally, the fact that Prince of Darkness now has even more graveyard capacity, 3000. So in this way, you can still spawn very strong zombie balloons while still keeping the power here of the extra damage. So I think that's why they have increased the graveyard capacity. So yeah, definitely I need to try out now the Prince of Darkness. It's a tower that I enjoy playing. It's the fact that it's just so weak in certain in a lot of maps because of the RNG dependence. So yeah, I think now should work a lot better. Ninja, some changes to the 4th upgrade in the bottom path. Now the damage is gonna be more. I think this is the damage to mob class Bloons, so it's 100 more damage. And then the sticky attack range has 50% more than the ninja's range. So you can see this 1.5, it means pretty much 50% more. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Alchemy is also very weird changes. Now here, acid pull and faster throwing have been swapped. So now you're gonna have faster throwing on the 1st upgrade and acid pulls on the 2nd upgrade. Now faster throwing is gonna cost more, so it's 150 more in normal. Acid pull is gonna cost less, but it's not really that important. The most important thing was the fact that you wanted to increase the attack speed of the sniper, of the alchemist. Unfortunately, what they also have done is the fact that now stronger stimulant also costs more. Yeah, this is a huge nerf because it's 500 on normal, so that means that on hard, impossible, and chimps it's gonna be even more. So yeah, now you're not gonna need anymore the Alchemist 402 if you're gonna get faster throwing. You're gonna just need it 401. But the fact that this is more expensive and this is more expensive at the end of the day makes it more expensive anyway. So yeah, pretty sad. Druid, they have massively reduced the cost of the Spirit of the Forest upgrade, like 15,000 on normal, so that's insane. And Spike Factory here also some increases in lifespan, that the spikes lasting one more round. Also Spike Storm, more lifespan, so the fact that the spikes are gonna remain on the screen for longer. And then Carpet of Spikes, the cooldown, the passive cooldown has been reduced. And then Spike Mines, the blast radius has been increased by 4. So that's it. Engineer, some more changes again to Sentry Paragon. Now the explosion damage has been increased even further. The 1st upgrade in the middle path is gonna cost less. The 2nd upgrade is gonna cost more. And now there are some very interesting cross pathing. So 230 Engineer is going to increase the attack speed of the foam. So the foam is going to be fired faster. Instead, if you get the cross path in the bottom path, it's going to increase the pierce of the foam. So yeah, 230 is going to increase the attack speed of the foam. 031 is going to increase the pierce. So yeah, it's pretty... these are the changes. And now Overclock has been reworked. Now the 100% duration is 60 seconds, so 1 minute. Now when Overclock is used on any Tar 5 tower, the duration has been reduced to 50%. So that means that it's gonna last only 30 seconds, so half of 60. If it's used on a Tar 4 tower, it's gonna be reduced to 75%, so that's 45 seconds. On a Tar 3, it's gonna last the full duration, so 60 seconds. Now what's interesting is that on Tar 2, Tar 1 and Tar 0 towers, the duration actually has been increased 25, 50 and 75%. So that means that you can pretty much use Overclock on a Tar 0 or Tar 1 tower, and it lasts so long that you can actually use Overclock on another tower and still have the buff, you know, lasting on that first tower that you buffed for so long. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, this change. And now when you overclock a hero instead, the hero tower equivalent is going to be hero level divided 4. So when your hero is max level, so it's level 20, 20 divided 4 is 5. So that's like a Tar 5 tower, and therefore the overclock is going to only last 30 seconds, so half of 60. And when your hero is level like 16, it's going to be like a Tar 4. When it's level 12, it's going to be like a Tar 3, and so on. Captain Churchill is going to require less experience to level up, so that's nice. And also some buffs to his level 10 damage, so it's 100 more damage at level 10, and yeah, it's double damage, like double damage in level 10 and double damage in level 20. Zeal, very interesting. Now her level 11 is going to increase the pierce of all zombie Bloons by 50%. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, because normally, like when you're using a magic tower strategy, you use Obin, right? But now instead of using, adding this passive on Obin, they have added this passive on Zeal. So yeah, they say here that this is just to improve cleanup tower to assist Zeal. But yeah, I don't know, like Zeal is normally a tower that you're not really, is a hero that you're not gonna use. So yeah, I don't know if this is really that important. Fatfast once again, they have buffed once again his level 3, because it was the nerf on last patch, it was too much. So they have added once again 3 extra seconds on his level 3, but his level 14 is gonna last as they had nerfed it before. So it's gonna last only, I think is 11 seconds, I think, or 12, I don't remember. Adora also is gonna require less experience to level up. And Etienne, a lot of buffs. Now his level 3 is gonna last more. The ability is gonna last 0.5 seconds for every level. So yeah, just imagine here 10 levels. So when Etienne is level 13, his ability is gonna last 5 more seconds. So from 17 to 22. And that's the reason why level 16, his level 16 is gonna longer increase how much his level 3 ability is gonna last. And finally, his level 20 ability is gonna increase more. So with the extra damage when you use the ability. And but now this is something that I don't understand. Like UCAV deals normal damage for buff duration. So I don't know if this means that now, for example, oops, not this one. Just sandbox. If I go into sandbox here and I wanna test Etienne, if I interpret like this last thing right here, I interpret it as I would. This now means that the ability doesn't do any more extra damage. It deals normal damage for buff duration. And therefore, like, because of the fact that you have the UCAV flying always with you, now there isn't anymore a difference between like using the ability or not, right? So that's the thing I'm thinking at. Like now, using the ability or not using it, is it the same? Because here it says that the damage is the same, right? So if you use the ability, the damage is not any higher than the damage it deals without the ability. So yeah, this is very confusional. I don't really know what this means. If you still try to use, for example here, spawn a BAD, you can see that still the missiles are gonna be orange like this. And when you use the ability, the missiles are gonna be like blue and green. So still the visual thing, it's different. But I don't know if this means that it deals more damage or if the damage is the same. Now here, by looking at how this number goes up, you can see here how much this number is going up. So it's not going up by that quickly, right? And if I use the ability here, you can see that this number goes up a little faster. So I still believe that when you use the ability, you do more damage. I just don't understand what this means. So if you guys have any idea what this means, let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is the last of the patch notes. Yeah, a lot of different things, a lot of changes, definitely worth trying out. For example, the Prince of Darkness, especially, and also could be like trying the mortar crosspath. Could be interesting to see how strong or how bad it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.